A new rumor about the PS5 Pro, Horizon Burning Shores gets review bump, PlayStation Productions may do an animated feature, Star Wars Jedi Survivor disc may require a download to be played, all that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get to them. There are more rumors about the launch of the PS5 Pro, with Twitter user SegaMega99 who previous leaks indicate he has some insider knowledge of Japanese retail chains. According to them, both a Switch Pro and PS5 Pro will release soon and likely during the same launch window. As we heard from Insider Gaming Tom Henderson's previous comments, the PS5 Pro seems to be in the works for a fall 2024 release. As is the case for most gaming media nowadays, Horizon Burning Shores is being review bombed, just like the base game when it came out, or the recent Resident Evil 4 which faced complaints for being woke. Over 1,000 user scores have been posted as of recording, and out of those 757 are negative, 264 positive, and 19 mixed, making it reach a low user score of 2.8, which will probably continue to go down. Some of them praise the amazing graphics, story, combat, and new mechanics, while others say it's short, lasting around 10 hours with only 5 main missions and barely any side content. And some users also complain the DLC is PS5 exclusive. But the vast majority is furious about a certain story event, specifically a character development for Aloy. Spoiler ahead. By the end of the DLC, Aloy reveals herself as queer after sharing a moment with Seika, the companion from the Quen tribe for this story. While it's fair to criticize any media work, basing it only on one event tells you how much you can trust these reviews. Horizon Burning Shores came out last week, and while there weren't that many reviews at launch, it managed to get a good 81 aggregate score on OpenCritic and Metacritic after more than 20 reviews. Another game facing huge backlash over the weekend is Destiny 2. After podcast The Destiny Show tweeted an unpopular opinion that Destiny 3 needed to happen, several users joined in response, agreeing with the take and making Destiny 3 a trend on the social platform. Gamers are kind of tired of the live service game, and it was made more prominent after the recent Lightfall expansion didn't meet their expectations, something Bungie acknowledged by later saying they missed the mark with the DLC. Bungie is said to be working on a new project, but it's not related to Destiny. PlayStation Productions is kind of 1-1 in terms of their projects, with the critically flawed but commercial success of the Uncharted movie and the recent and very successful Last of Us adaptation on HBO. Speaking in the official PlayStation podcast, company head Asad Quiselvash commented on the 10 projects they have in production and said there's a little of animation as part of that. The lineup from them includes movies for Gran Turismo, Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima and Gravity Rush, TV series for Twisted Metal, God of War and Horizon, and 4 unannounced projects that probably include something Destiny related too, since Bungie wanted to enter the cross-media territory. Out of that, Gravity Rush sounds the most likely for an animation adaptation, or maybe whatever they have with Bungie, but if you ask me, I would really love something Infamous related. PlayStation Productions doesn't have to look too far to produce an animated feature, given they are a sister company with Sony Pictures Animations, which will release a sequel to the award-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse this June. We are getting close to the summer of gaming showcases, and THQ has just confirmed it will hold its digital media showcase again this year. It will not only include world premiere announcements, but also updates and reveals for previously announced games. Some of those include Alone in the Dark, Outcast 2 and Trine 5. The event will be live on their YouTube, Twitch and Steam channels on Friday, August 11. Do you know which game is gonna be a showcase by itself? Alan Wake 2. That's according to Xbox era co-founder Nick Baker, who said on Twitter the game is pretty far along and will be a true next-gen showcase, one that appears to be possible due to Fortnite money. Alan Wake 2 is being published by Epic Games, and Remedy has confirmed several times during earnings calls this year that the game is still scheduled for a 2023 launch. Skate 4 is currently in a playtesting phase on PC, but developer Full Circle has promised that the console beta phase will happen as well. That was as part of episode 3 of their Boardroom podcast, where senior creative director Cos Perry confirmed it but noted that the team has not got there yet and expects to share something soon. The episode also covers some of the game's mechanics like rotating solo challenges, dynamic co-op events, community events, and if you're worried about the game going free to play, they are still working on the reward system and said there will not be paid loot boxes. If you need to be worried about an EA game, maybe that's a Star Wars Jedi Survivor, as early physical copies have been spotted in the wild with a disclaimer that a download is required to play. That led people in the Star Wars subreddit who believe the game won't be playable offline to get up in arms. However, this has likely to do with a technical limitation of the Blu-ray disc format, since it maxes out at 100 gigs of data, and as we covered in the previous video, the full download size for the game is almost 150 gigs. It's unclear if the additional download has to do with 4K assets only, and as of recording, EA has not commented on the matter. Game designer Cliff Bleszinski has commented on a different matter entirely, and that's the possible Lawbreakers revival. After looking into who owns the IP for the multiplayer first-person shooter, it turned out to be Korean publisher Nexon. Bleszinski then asked Owen Mahoney, Nexon CEO, to send him a DM to talk about reviving the game. A game series that is in doubt though is Dishonored, according to Rafael Colantonio, Arcane founder, who explained how Deathloop became a thing. Speaking to Rock Paper Shotgun, he said that they didn't quite know where they were going after Dishonored, and they didn't want to make a Dishonored 3, instead something simple and short. Deathloop started out of that and became big over the years, by the time they did the Prey Mooncrash expansion, which was a roguelike too, and the popularity of the genre took off as well. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Share them in the comments below, let me know your feedback by liking or disliking this video, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!